All right, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelly. This is Warrior Woman 91. You guys know the drill. Please like and subscribe if you are so inclined. Today is January 20th, 2025. This is a day that we have been waiting for since November 2020, I would say. And I don't want to get too much into politics. However, I will say I'm very excited about today. I have a lot of high hopes. There's some really important people that were wrongfully put in jail, pro-lifers, that I'm hoping get released today or at least sometime this week. Very, very nervous to see if that actually happens. But I'm hoping, this is about an hour before the inauguration, so I have high hopes on things that hopefully happen this week and things that may be happening long term. I don't really do politics on this channel anymore for a couple reasons, and I'm gonna try to use this video today to talk about questions that I've been asked over the years and even just more recently. But I don't really do politics so much on this channel because basically back when I was trying to restart my podcast in 2021, I was doing interviews like I used to. You know, I'm very known for having gotten on like lower level political commentators, some of whom are now much higher level political commentators. Back in the day or so, I would interview Josh Hammer, who's now very successful. I interviewed Ian Haworth, who's now much more successful than he was. And back in the day, he was working at Facebook when I knew him. So, you know, I've interviewed Alicia Krause, Ben Shapiro, Ali Stuckey, like all these people. Like some of them have even had like name changes in terms of brands. Now it's Ali Beth Stuckey. She used to just be Ali Stuckey back in the day. I've interviewed a lot of different political people, and I had to stop doing that because in 2021 I was trying to restart my podcast. I've had couple different iterations of it. I had Renegade Millennials, You Got It, various things, and then I tried to do Reality Check, was my, I think, third or fourth iteration of my podcast. And I got 4 episodes in and realized that it was going to be impossible to make that podcast. And the reason was because of the censorship online from the particular platform you're watching at the moment. I was having to mute various things that were being talked about, certain words at the time having to do with certain injections, where I was having to mute. I'm still finding myself self-censoring because of everything that went on and everything that continues to go on some of these platforms. I keep moving around. It's because I keep having to pause the video, get up, and get my cat away from the curtains because she has a chewing problem. But anyway, the amount of time it was taking to have to edit out everything from each video that might possibly be upsetting to YouTube and cost me my channel was just not worth it to me. So anyway, lots of high hopes going into the new year. But that answers the question that I've gotten, why don't you podcast anymore? I've had so many ideas for different podcasts. I've had ideas for a podcast where I interview different women in business because that's really interesting to me. I've had ideas for podcasts kind of like what my sister does, reviewing movies, only my interest is older movies, black and whites, musicals, that kind of thing. So it would be a little bit different than hers, but at the end of the day, I don't have time to run, a channel. The requirements of any YouTube channel these days really do require kind of full-time commitment. It's more than just sitting down on a couch like what I'm doing right now, filming just me shooting my mouth off these days. So unfortunately, I just don't have time. My working hours increased from my current job over the course of when I had to quit podcasting and now. So I don't have time to do a full-time podcast at this time, although I have considered it multiple times. And maybe there will be a time when I say, you know what, I'm going to invest a lot of my free time in this, even though, I have a full-time job and all that. Maybe there will be a time when that's something that is an option. At the moment, I don't have time for that. Another question I get asked, am I single? Please, it's not important. No one needs to know. I am of a firm belief that your personal life needs to be behind the camera and stay there. I don't know how many people saw the most recent, I don't know how many people have been following the controversy over the 8 Passengers YouTube channel that was shut down, and the woman who was in charge of it, she was a mommy vlogger. She had 6 kids, Mormon, all this stuff, and it was found out that she and another woman who was her therapist / lesbian lover, apparently they were abusing the kids to the point that the kids almost didn't survive and the 12-year-old son escaped the household and went to a neighbor and finally got some attention after they'd been reported repeatedly for potential child abuse. So all that is to say, I am very much against having your personal life, your kids, anything online. I really like the way Alicia Krause handles things by blurring the faces of her children if she does post pictures with them, at least so that their identities are not just out there floating around on the internet. I think that's really important. And so that's a big, the oldest daughter actually wrote a book, the oldest daughter of this woman who was abusing her kids. She just recently had a book come out where she goes into detail of what happened to her as a child of a mommy vlogger who basically used her children as actors in her show. So she's come out with a stance of no family vlogging, all of that needs to go away. And I'm of the opinion, yeah, I mean, I might not be as hard-lined maybe, but I think that, yeah, your kids should not be online, children should not be online, children should not be in front of the camera without strict contracts and rules about how that's going to look, and certainly outs for them to get out when they decide, I don't want to do this anymore, this isn't fun for me. This animal here, she looks really cute. She's also very difficult to take care of. She has pica, which means she likes to eat things that are non-edibles. So she chews the curtains, she eats cardboard, plastic, all kinds of stuff. This is the kind of stuff that is like the behind the scenes personal life that I am fully on board with sharing. Why is your face all wet? Were you in the bathtub? What are you doing? What are you doing? Okay, she's gonna go and try to behave herself for the next 5 seconds. So anyway, that is my update for you guys. I am trying to do one video a month on here just to maintain a presence. I do have other projects that I'm working on as well. But like I said, I don't have the capacity to do what my sister does, which is put out videos almost every day, not quite every day, but she puts in a lot of work. She works weekends, she works holidays, like unbelievable the amount of work that she puts into that channel, and I just don't have the capacity to do that. So that is where the channel is. I miss the days when I used to be able to have guests on. You know, that's how I met so many of my friends even to this day, and it's fun watching them having gone from college student, you know, political junkie to now Josh is a lawyer, Ian's got his own show or whatever he's doing on his social media. It's amazing to see how far people have come. I remember before Michael Knowles had a show, and he used to be my boss, and that, you know, to watch where he's come, he's now covering the inauguration. It's pretty wild to see where, you know, how far everyone's come. So that is my video for today. I might have a little more B-roll interspersed in and out, or maybe I won't. We'll just see. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful 2025. I will continue to try to do updates and fun vlogs and various different things, but as I said, it's just really hard to keep up with everything and all the projects, and everyone tells you, oh, you need to have 5 or 6, 7, you know, side gigs going for secondary income, and that may or may not be true, but I'm only one person and I can only do as much as I can do. So that is my story. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel for your one video a month, hopefully more in the future, and I will see you guys on the next video.